YouTube, what's going on today, man? It's your boy Justin Revs. We are back out in some more BeamNG. We're on Pepper Valley, and I think we're gonna turn this truck into a little desert ripper. It is just the OG stock D series, and we'll make it a little pre-runnery, a little desert delight, if you will. Somebody in the comments asked for like suspension tuning tips, so I think that's what we'll get into today. We're going to talk about and kind of go over what we want, what the desired effect is. We're going to go show you, let's go take a look at what we don't want, how it is in its current form and what we want it to do. These right here, these are called whoops. These are waves in the sand that will ruin your truck. That's it. Okay, so we don't want this to happen. It would probably help my handling a little bit if I put it in four-wheel drive, but we're not going to put this in four-wheel drive. We're going to keep this in two-wheel drive. Okay, so that seemed like enough. We also don't need to go to a garage for building stuff, and there's no traffic in free roam. So is it going to kill your immersion if I build it right here? I hope not, because that's what I'm going to do. All right. First things first, we're just going to keep the standard frame. I'm going to show you how to do this as vanilla as I can as well. We're going to go with the off-road independent suspension. That is vanilla. It gives you independent front suspension. Don't so much want a beam axle, or a solid axle for this sort of stuff. And then in the rear, for vanilla stuff, we're going to put a 3-link in the back. That gives you coil suspension. The rear is held in with a difference. So usually if you have leaf sprung suspension, the leaves are what are holding the lateral movement of the rear suspension. The leaves are holding it in, and right now there's a link that comes here that's holding it, or this way, I don't know, one way or the other, from the frame to the axle. And then there are 2 arms that come down on either side, and those keep everything straight, everything where it's supposed to be. I hope I explained that okay. We're gonna do wait, no, we're gonna do off-road rear coilovers, not air springs. My bad, misclick. Rear coilovers, vanilla. Okay. We want for off-road things, you want 6-lug rear hubs, short links. So those are the links that I was talking about that are holding it in, from the frame down straight back. And then if we do this, does it like show you a picture of it? Okay. And then that bar, you can see the bar I'm talking about now. This is why I love free roam, so I can show what I'm talking about with being up under the dark car. And then let's just weld this. I mean, you could go limited slip, but I like to party. And then rear, what is the rear, the drive? 355. Let's bump this up to a 410. And we're not going to worry about the back. We are going to put sway bars on. They help. Okay. You can do an off-road sway bar. We don't want this thing to be as lifted as it possibly can. And that's really the only time the sway bars hurt you, is if you're trying to go gigantic and put it on like 50-inch tires and do that kind of stuff. You know what? Let's do long links, because that's going to give us more travel. The longer those links, I think that's how that works. Give us more travel. Yeah, that makes sense in my mind. So that's what we're going to go with. Off-road front coilovers. We need no differential in the front. We're going to keep this 2-wheel drive truck. Keep it simple. And since we don't have hubs to worry about locking, we can just make these 6-lug front hubs. I don't think that changes anything. I just like to do it. And then we are going to, you can put butter brakes on it. Actually, we're gonna put race brake pads. I like to always put race brake pads on, like even if I'm just running the regular disc brakes, because it will, if you have what is it called, premium or semi race brake pads, you'll end up getting brake fade. If you want off-road wheels and tires, TrackFab is really good for vanilla stuff, so you could just look up TrackFab. But 17x9s are going to have the most options as far as off-road tires go in a vanilla setting. And then we are going to put on my favorite off-road tire for a situation like this is called, where is it? Sorry, I have way more tires than you will, probably, unless you have a problem like I do. We're going to do a grip all screamer. Do we have enough room for a 40? 40 might be a bit big. I think we would have to modify fenders and stuff. Maybe let's just go with 37. Yeah, because that's too big. Let's go 37. Doesn't seem like 3 inches would make that much of a difference, but look, those fit well, and we don't need to modify the fenders right now. Okay, so with that, yeah, I think we're done with the front. Let's do the rear. Same thing with the brakes. Do we have off-road? Let's do off-road, because like they're good. I don't know how they compare to race brakes, but it's usually just what I do. If I'm building an off-road truck, I put off-road brakes on it. But your build, dude, if you want to try out race brakes, try out race brakes. Tell me I'm wrong. And we did the TrackFab R100 off-road rear wheels, right? In a 17x9, because that gives us the most off-road tire options. And then we have a 37-inch by 13.5 grip all screamer on a 17-inch wheel. And look at that, dude. We're sitting pretty. We're a bit tall. Do we have a front sway bar or bumps or something? Off-road steering, that's cool. Off-road front sway bar, that's good. Let's go ahead and give it a better radiator, just since you was there. Since you was up, can you grab me a better radiator? Okay. And let's see, actually the 4.5 liter V8 is a pretty good engine. We're just going to go race adjust ECU so we can adjust the rev limiter if we want to. We're going to change the stock block. We don't need all the horsepower. We could use, I don't know, we'll call it between like 600 and 800. That sounds like a ridiculous amount of horsepower. I like to do the ultra heavy duty engine mount, so you don't want your engine flopping around as you're going over all those crazy bumps in the desert. And then while we're in here, let's just give a nice little stage 2 supercharger. That's vanilla as well. We should have around the horsepower I am wanting. I can't see behind because my UI thing is right here that tells me the horsepower. So I don't know exactly what we're at right now, but go ahead and give yourself a race oil pan and then transmission. We're going to give this one a shot, actually. And we only need a rear wheel drive transfer case. I don't think that'll mess you up if you leave the 4-wheel drive in, but for consistency's sake, we're changing that. Probably no ABS. Probably don't want ABS in the desert, not going over the dirt. Okay. And now let's see how it does in this form and what kind of power it has. We have 655 horsepower. Perfect. It'll spin the tires. We love to see that. So this is with the stock off-road coilovers, no adjustments. I think they actually like do okay. They're a little bouncy. We'll make some adjustments and it'll get better. Yeah, see, that's a little spicy. So we're just gonna come over here and pull up someplace relatively flat. Okay. Now we tune. I know that wasn't much testing, but I know I saw a whole lot of what I did not want to see. And we're gonna pull the brake pressure down to like 80. It's gonna help with the brakes locking up. You know what? I know a difference now. If you have race brakes on, you can adjust your bias front to rear. We're not gonna worry about that too much right now. Let's go ahead and bump this up a little bit, maybe to like 6,500. See if it'll take it. And then the spring rate, very high right now. We're going to bring that down quite a bit. Maybe to there. I don't know. That seems like a good number. And then in the rear, I like to run about like 22, I think. That sounds about right. It might bring the truck down a little bit too. That's also, I wouldn't mind if it was a little bit lower in general, just because it's, we're going to be going around turns, and the way center of gravity works, the lower the better when you're going around turns. We're even going to have the truck looking a little bit tooted, but it's kind of like by design. Okay. Trust the process. This stuff seems kind of rather high to me. So we're just going to bring these down a little bit, a lot of bit. We're actually going to kind of line them up with the rear. And boom, because this is actually a pretty decent setup. But the rear, we're going to bring the rebound down. Maybe 2. Hit apply. Our camber and caster and all that's probably a little bit jacked up now, but I think we'll worry about that later. And then you can run like whatever pressure you want to out here, but like not necessarily the lowest is the best. I like around, I don't know, between 18 and 25 usually for the dirt stuff. It's just kind of a preference thing. Just drive around, see what you like, see how it feels. Okay, let's go see how this does. We could change the transmission out too if we want to. I just kind of wanted to keep it as simple as I could. It might be a little bit aggressive with the welded diff too. See, it's kind of eating a little bit more there, like staying kind of on track. This will be a good test right here. This little, still a little happy in the front. Little, very happy in the front. It's not going to be perfect. Don't get your expectations up too high, dude. So let's see. It was rather bouncy. So I think let's bring these up a bit. We're going to keep, actually let's put rebound about like 6 maybe. 6K. All these are going to be different, but we'll see. And if not, we'll pull some stuff down. We'll just mess with the tune a little bit. I don't 100% know what I'm doing. Like all these trucks have all kinds of different settings. I'm also not used to using the vanilla stuff so much. It's good. It's good. It's just kind of hard to get right. I'm used to having a lot more tunability. Like if you want more sliders, dude, get something like the Dune Kicker or the TrackFab Tomahawk is actually really good too. I'm a big fan of that one now. What do we want right now? It's actually doing pretty good. Like the fact that we're doing like 70 over whoops. I didn't think this thing would do like 100 over whoops by any means, but it's doing. Let's give it some more, because there's some good ones coming up and we can kind of get a feel for it. Do we like what the front? I actually like what the front is doing. It's doing pretty good. I'm sorry, I'm trying to watch this and kind of see. So what does this need? Okay, so we like this setup for the front. It's pretty good, but let's go back to their stock settings and see how that does, because maybe they were onto something. More bump damping is good sometimes. Sometimes, most of the time, unless you're building like a crawler or something. We're aiming for like a floating effect. We just want to be cruising over the whoops. Like that is the goal here. We want it to handle it pretty well. But also not be as jumpy. Sorry. It's hard fiddling with the camera angle on the steering wheel while the steering wheel is doing things. I think they were onto something. We just needed to lower the rebound a little bit. Yeah, this feels good. What are we doing? 130 up wheel speed, which is actually pretty crazy. I didn't know we were going that fast. This thing is dialed, dude. Like, you're gonna have a great time in this. We can go hit part of the little track over here. Okay, yeah, dude, this thing is dialed. Do that. That is a winning setup for coming out to the desert. How does it take jumps? It bounces. It bounces quite a bit, but it's also not built for that. Okay, we're almost desert ready. It's almost a little too high for my liking. Again, it's not made for doing big jumps, so it's kind of lower is okay. Actually, I think the front. I don't want it to be like completely tooted, but just a little lean, you know? I think that's good right there. And then let's see, are there more? Okay, sorry. Safety first. And then we'll move on. Safety first. We got to put a roll cage in it. It's a must. What is vanilla? This roll cage. Do you want bed bars? I don't want bed bars. I'm gonna take those out. Probably make it makes it a little safer, but I don't like the look of it. And we will change the fenders to off-road cut. What is this? Regular fenders. This one, maybe. That's not what I want. Ridiculous fiberglass is what I want. Now we could go bigger tires if we want. Should we go bigger tires? I think we do. Let's fix the other one. Other fender flare, so we're matching. And then front bumper. I could probably get some love. You could just remove it, or we'll just do tubular off-road front bumper. That is also vanilla, I believe. Okay, cool. Do we like the valence still? Yeah, we can keep the valence. And let's see, what would be, is there like a wide bed for this? That's vanilla. See, this one I'm not too sure about. Let's go cut short bed, because that seems like it might be vanilla. Is that just the inside? Yeah, I want bed sides that are sliced. Cut wide rear quarter panels. I think that's, yep. We're kind of getting away from, yeah, okay, that's too much. We're getting away from what I want. So this is, oh. I want to, so this is, whoa, it's not even here actually. Oh wait, cut Prerunner bed, that's what it is. I don't know if this one's vanilla. I really don't, but I like the look of it, so we're gonna roll with it, okay? And we might as well put a matching rear bumper. So aside from the bed, all this stuff is vanilla. And the bed might be, I might just be mistaken, but this thing looks gnarly. These front fenders might be too much. Do we add tire? I'm worried about the tire hitting the radiator support. I know it's not a real IRL concern, but It is a little bit for me. Nah, dude, let's just let it rip. Yeah, the bed's absolutely part of a mod, so just so you know. But I think if you have the Gamers Unlimited pickup parts or something like that, it doesn't like brakes. It doesn't like brakes. It gets real tail happy when you mash on the brakes. The fenders might be a little bit too much, but that's okay. And I don't know if we're gonna make a whole run here, but we're just gonna at least like hit part of it, see how it goes. This race won't be here unless you have RLS Career Mod, just so you know. That is RLS Career Mod necessity, but if you're playing on Pepper Valley, I imagine you have it already. RLS, I mean. Okay. This is a big test right here. It actually took it beautifully. We love to see that. 650 horsepower is plenty. Got a little more sideways than I would have liked there, but that's okay. Avoid the rocks. We're doing good. Oh no. That was just me getting confident. False sense of confidence. Oops, wrong button. Start the truck. Okay, let's go. Good thing about free roam lap times is repairs don't ruin you. But I do like in career mode. Like if you mess up bad enough, you have to go back in and fix your stuff at the garage. Yeah, I think the fenders are a wee bit much. I might change those, but other than that, like I'm honestly like pretty happy with this. It's, you know what? Hold on, let's try something real quick because it is really tip happy. Hear me out. Hear me out. It's gonna sound kind of weird. Let's take off the front sway bar because that's gonna help the whole truck. The front of the truck like roll more as it's going through turns. The front's gonna come up more. So that's kind of what we want there. We're gonna take off this spare because it's bugging me just seeing it. And then, do we change these fenders? Gosh dang, they're obnoxious. Yeah, I have to. They're much too much. What is vanilla? You know what, dude? We're just gonna use mod fenders. Sorry. Nick's cut front left fender. Does that look good? I just want it cut. I don't need the whole. Yeah, that looks better. Yeah, we'll go with that. So these fenders are from Nick's, the Beam Wheeler Discord, I believe, or Rough Country Crawling. I can't remember which one. I do apologize, but okay. That looks much better. But it's like $3 and you get access to so many trucks and my favorite wheel and tire pack, which is Black Effects, and you get just like, do you want an F-150? Do you want a K series? Like, do you want an old square body Chevy? Do you want a Dodge Dakota? Do you want a Ford Ranger? Like all those, you can get all those with Nick's. And I think his Patreon's like $3, and that's one where it doesn't get updated super often, so you can just pick up the stuff and then shut it down until there's an update, or just keep supporting. I keep supporting because it's only $3 and I use his stuff so much. That's the nice thing about Patreon, dude. Like it's kind of up to you. Don't feel too much pressure to like stay subscribed to all of them. Like if one doesn't update but like once or twice a year, I'd say just put that one in the back pocket. But I like to keep paying for the modders that are continuously updating their stuff and continuously working and giving us more content. I'm not saying like don't support them. I'm just saying like I like to be a little bit more conscious with that stuff, so I don't end up with a bunch of subscriptions that I don't use. I meant to go this way. But I'm honestly like pretty happy with this truck. Is it perfect? No, but you can keep playing in the tuning settings menu, and that'll help you out. I'm not gonna get into explaining what those things do. It's not super duper complicated, but that's just something I'm not good at explaining, and I know that. So not even gonna try. I'm not even gonna confuse you with that. Just look up, what does rebound dampening mean? What is compression? Like suspension tuning for dummies, dude. Like that's that's how I learned, and I still don't know how to explain it very well. But I'd say this thing is a certified ripper. It's good. Vanilla parts, aside from the fenders. Give you a little baby baseline tune. Go out there, tinker, dude. If like, throw those sliders all the way around. In fact, let's do that right now. Let's just see what happens if we just yeet everything. See the difference that it makes. Just for science sake right now, so you don't have to. I'll do it for you. And I'm not super duper worried about like fixing this stuff, because I have a general idea like where they're supposed to go in my head, at least. I think this is going to be a little too bouncy for our liking, but let's check it out. Seems a little stiff. Oh, it's honestly doing okay. Maybe that's the move, and I just didn't know about it until it was time to do our little experiments there. We need to get back on some whoops so we can really tell. But this thing is, I mean, that was a ridiculous jump, right? Let's just go fast travel to some whoops, because now I'm super curious, because this actually doesn't seem to be too bad. Did we accidentally discover the cheat code? Maybe. Let me... Okay. Boom. What if it's as simple as that? No, okay, it's not. It's rather bouncy now. Well, I mean, it's doing okay. But you see how it's not going as fast as it was before? It's because these wheels are off the ground way more, because the so it's not as good at getting down the power. Okay, so we were going like about 100 there, right? So let's rewind to about the same spot. We'll apply our changes again, and we will see, are we dummies or is it different? That's the title of this. Are we dummies or is it different? I'm just kidding. Okay. So this was regular, this was regular, this was 6. These were regular, but this was 2. Actually, let's go like 20. Yeah. That's because that's pretty close to where I was at before. So we're trying to get better than 100 or so miles an hour on, and that's wheel speed. That's on the speedometer. That's not our air speed. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Is it going a little faster? Maybe. Well, I was looking at the speedometer and not paying attention, but we recovered from that somehow. So that's a Christmas miracle. And then you want to slow down for that jump. Sorry, excuse me. It's still got some work, dude. It's still got some stuff to work out, but it's pretty good. It rides much better than the stock stuff did. So yeah, dude, it's kind of fun. If you want to have me sort of explain tuning, doing my best to explain the tuning, let me know what kind of stuff, what kind of tuning you want to see, I guess. I don't know. It's fun making these videos, doing something different other than just career mode, but this thing looks pretty sick, dude. What the difference? I don't even know if we need that different bed, honestly. I think I did that because... Why did I even do that? Oh, because I thought we were going to put bigger, what's it called? Bigger tires on, but we don't really need to. We could, for stability, you know what, honestly, something we could do is bump these guys out a little bit. The front wheel offset. I don't like having like Bluetooth brakes. By that I mean I don't like having just a bunch of invisible area between the brake. There we go. That looks acceptable. You could have a spacer in there, right? Okay, now we're sticking out a little bit more, and that'll just help you with like... Does that help? No, that wouldn't help your center of gravity. That just... The wider the better, dude. Wider the better. But I'd say it's a little a little bit better than it was before. And that's I don't even know if that's true. No, I'm just kidding. It handles the whoops much better. But let me know how you like to tune stuff. If you like to build for a different effect, I mean, or if you're better at this than I am. I'm by no means a pro at this. I just know kind of like what I like and how I like it to feel for me. That's just really it. Is it drivable for you? Can you go fast with it? I think that's what we want. And obviously I can go kind of fast in this, right? So it's good. It's good. I want to hit something now, just for funsies. Let's hit a pole. Done. That's why we have that roll cage, dude. We would have maybe almost survived that. Had the radiator support not ended up in our teeth. Just kidding. All is good. All right, man. Well, I know, again, a little something different today, but palate cleansers from career mode, you know, we need a little break from time to time. I'm still having fun. Don't get me wrong. We're going to get back to it, but somebody asked and I thought, dude, this was a cool idea. So, all right, man, we'll see you tomorrow. I love you. God loves you. Cooper loves you. Bye.